What's up, all you cucks and bucks? Welcome back to another episode of Ruminations. I'm your host, Marcus Ashley. I'll be your underqualified philosophical psychiatrist, and I hope you'll be mine as we go through this journey and we pick apart our thoughts and we allow them to get to their natural conclusion. And I'm getting better I was rushing a little bit. Before I was dragging. I was rushing there, but that was pretty good. That was pretty good, wasn't it? You know what I'm saying? Let me pick up Let me pick back up where I was at. As we allow our thoughts to come to their natural conclusions and so we can pick them apart and dissect them. Without further ado, prop your feet up unless you're in a bathtub, unless your last name is Houston. That was bad. That was bad. That was bad. Anyways. What's up, all you cucks and bucks? Welcome back to another episode of Ruminations. I'm your host, Marcus Ashley. I'll be your underqualified philosophical psychiatrist. And I hope you'll be mine as we travel through our thoughts and pick them apart and allow them to, get to their natural conclusion. Just figure them out, We have a lot of thoughts in our head. Let's just get them out. Let's get them out onto somewhere. Just figure them out. Safe space for that, you know what I mean? With that being said, sit back, grab your favorite controlled substance, and let's ruminate. Intros are getting better every episode, man. Just a little bit, just 1% better. But how y'all doing, man? I hope y'all doing well. I hope this is fun. You got a good time. If not, fuck you. I mean, I don't really care. I hope this finds you at a bad time. I hope this fixes your bad time, actually. Or I hope this puts you in a worse time. I hope this is your development to get to a better time, But, I'm not gonna always go step here and drink and do shots, and I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna promote, we promote healthy habits. Did you stretch today? Did you stretch today? I didn't, but you should, you should. Drinking water, we are gonna pop a little Zamilian a little doohickey, a little dick-em-a-bob's crazy. We can't, doohickey, that's what I was trying. Dick-em-a-bob's crazy, no. If you do anything less than a 6, go tell your mother, sorry, I failed you. Seriously. They make some of these up to like 12. I think the highest I saw was like 16 milligrams. I'm like, bro, y'all are insane. Y'all need to get help. If you're doing 16 milligrams of nicotine, upper decking, you need some help, son. That's all I'm saying. But I want to talk about something real quick. Something I really want to focus on is the point of this podcast, which I'm going to harp on this every single episode, every single month, week, however regularly I put this shit out. But I want to talk about the importance of what this is, and it's allowing people to see my philosophy, and allowing me to work it out, honestly, and figure it out. Because I think having a philosophy about everything is really good. And again, about everything. Like some of the points I got here for things I really stretch and try to focus on building a philosophy around. Number one is comedy. I always try to find a mental obstacle for me to overcome and then add that to my philosophy. Like really early on, and I was telling somebody about this the other night. Now I don't really care as much because like the nervousness of doing comedy doesn't really sit with me anymore. It's not there as much. But when I first started, I'd be pretty freaking anxious. And so I'd get to the mics a little bit late, not late, but like I'd purposely get there later so people could fill up the list first. And my philosophy was go where people won't. Because anytime I go to list, sometimes it'd be 10 deep, but the top 5 spots, like 2, 3, maybe in the first one, no one's filled it in. No one filled it in. I don't know. The way I perceived it to help me to build a philosophy around you got to be able to do it where people aren't willing to do it is these niggas pussy. And I know that's not true. I'm sure none of the people that I'm sure that's not the case. I've talked to everybody. I'm sure there's a lot of them that whoop my ass. I'm just saying. But when I see it, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, give myself a little win to myself. You know, don't brag about it. Like, oh yeah, I go first. Like, not bragging about it, but it's like when I see the opportunity to go first, go for it. Because clearly no one wants to do it. Be where, I don't know, just be where people are scared to go, I guess. That'd be the point here, you know? But also just like how I construct my jokes. Like I try to stay off like the internet and like pulling ideas from the internet. Like I don't want to like I'll see funny shit like I got this joke about or I got really like a bit for an opener about like Trump posting bombings on Twitter. But like I didn't see a joke about people posting, or I didn't see a joke about people making fun of Trump or jokes about Trump posting the bombs. I just saw it. I was like, okay, that's an idea. But like internet jokes, really want to stay away from that. That's part of my philosophy. And just being authentic. Like obviously, the funniest shit is gonna be exaggerated. Like no, the funniest stories are gonna be true, but there's gonna be parts that are a little spiced up, if you will. You know, that's every comic. It's every big comic. It's every small comic. It's everybody. But I think the important part is that there is a large hint of truth to what you're saying. Like so the experience or the feeling around this joke is something you truly experience. So I think it's just more convincing. Like when I have a feeling of like I remember how I felt, or like I got this one. I did. It's not even a joke. I keep saying this. It's not even a joke. I literally just got on stage. I was like, I shit my pants today, y'all. Like I had to remind myself I was an adult because I was trying to be funny, and I was trying to learn how to fart on command. So when I was bombing on stage and I was doing bad, I would just pick the mic and just do a little toot, you know. That was funny. So I was at home, not practicing, but I was at home. And my roommate was telling me something, and as a joke, I was like, you know what I think about that? I pick my, not for the mic, but I pick my leg up and I fart. And I feel the pressure of the fart. And then I feel some residual pressure, you know what I mean? And it's not funny. I'm literally talking about shit about pants, right? And I do this on stage. And it's not funny. But the genuine feeling I had of confusion of like, did I really just shit my pants? I convey it on stage, I feel like, or I try to. My goal is to try my best to convey that on stage. So you're just as confused sitting there, like, what is wrong with this? What is he talking about? Like, it's not even funny. You're just like, okay, this dude's comfortable. He's cool. Okay, you know. Why did I do that? Oh my god. Another aspect is women. Ladies, I guess the opposite. You know, it's whatever you like. I'm not even gonna say nothing too controversial. But you know, I'm normal, so nah. But just like my viewpoint on women has changed when I started sitting down and being like, alright, do I have and not just an approach like game, I mean, like, do I have an approach to how I choose the women I go out with? Do I have a system? Do I have a philosophy around what I'm looking for? And I won't say I have a perfect philosophy at all, because I'm still single as a motherfucker. Sexy chocolate nigga like me can't keep a, you know what I'm saying? That should be the quote for the end of the episode. Franklin Saint. That should be the quote. But I lost my train of thought. What I was saying. But no, I used to go on dates sometimes in like this like early college, high school, really, and I just feel like they'd be a waste of time because I'm just going on dates just because. And, like, I find them pretty. I'm just like, oh, I want to take you out. Let's go to the movies. Let's do some calm. But even now, like, I feel like I've found a way to pursue the women that are better options for me to actually take seriously. So even if we don't work out, I'm gonna shit my pants. The second episode, we go. Smell like raw chicken too. but now I don't feel like I waste my time with it, you know, because like, for me, it's like intellectual depth. That might sound, oh my god, no, I don't mean like you gotta be super smart or educated, but like, I hope you have niche interests so you can just ramble about it. I'm just listening. You can teach me about it. Like, I hope you can hold a conversation and even sit in silence. Like, I like sometimes when there's a, not awkward silence, but there's this moment to like kind of just sit with each other, just be in each other's presence. And I feel like now that I have a mindset of that approach, I feel like even if, again, we don't have a second date or if we don't work out, um, you know, I don't feel like I waste my time because I feel like I'm enjoying the time I'm having with this stranger or person that I rarely know. Mental health is another one. I support therapy. You should do therapy if you need it. I don't personally do therapy. I know people in my life that do therapy. It helps them tremendously. But I think any way to get your mental health good, up to par, is something you need to do. And I think part of it is having a hobby or just a passion. I really should say passion, not a hobby, a passion. Because I know for me, and this actually leads into my next point about physical well-being, but I did football for a very long time, and basically my whole high school, played in college, D3, you know, because I was a baller like that. Academic scholarship, you know. But after I lost football, it was like I just had this period of where I had no interest. I was just in school, I was just going out, partying, having fun. But it just felt hollow because I didn't have anything to like push me to do good in school. I didn't have anything to push me to like be a better person, to grow. And stuff like this, the comedy, really helps. Writing, reading, getting my brain working, stimulated, and getting things out of my brain is, for me, is good for my mental health. I truly believe, at least for men specifically, if you have a healthy outlet to be productive, you don't need to talk about your feelings. Not saying you can't, but I constantly don't need to talk about my feelings because I have such constructive outlets to express my feelings. And I think that's really important. And the last point of this, fitness, physical health, very, very important. Your brain ain't gonna work if your body ain't working, because your brain is your body. It's all connected. I don't work out as consistently as I need to. I try to monitor, you know, except for all the controlled substances. But I try to monitor what I put in my body, eat right. I skate, play tennis sometimes, just stay active. I do a lot of just activities. Friends say let's do soccer. I'm like, fuck it, let's go. I need to sweat. I need to move. So even if you don't have like a specific discipline, like jujitsu or just some boxing, just something, it's good to just get out the house. It's good to get out the house, go for a walk, bike, get the blood going. Got to do it. I put D3 athlete clips. I don't know why I put that. I think I was gonna make a joke about it because I was such a high quality. I was a 5-star athlete. No, I wasn't. Let me stop. I'll probably put some clips. I don't know where I have more room because the whole situation. I didn't acknowledge completely different room. We coming up in the world, podcast money. You know what I mean? No, I'm at my mom's house. This is 100% my mom's house. No podcast money. It's not coming in. But yeah, I'll put some clips. I don't know if y'all want to see that shit. I'll put a clip here. Put a clip here. I don't know. I'll do something. But yeah, physical. Get out the house. You at least gotta get out the house every day. It's not good to sit in the house. I do it sometimes, and then the next day I'm like, oh, I'm a disgusting human being just for sitting in the house all day. I just feel weird. But yeah, it extends to multiple things. But enough of that. I'm gonna take a shit real quick, and while I do that, we're gonna take a break and listen from Business Marcus about Amway. So cut to that real quick. I'll see you in a second. All right, real quick, guys, I just want to take a second to talk about Amway, which is the online shopping platform that I'm currently in business with. I have a partnership with them, so I'm allowed to sell all their products straight from their warehouses. And right now, my featured product of the month, because I'm trying to help y'all. Y'all need to help me help y'all. I'm trying to get y'all some money. I'm trying to save y'all some money, right? I'm trying to get y'all good quality products that are good for your body and for the environment. And one of those products that we have right here are the laundry detergent and the softener. Now, if you sign up as a VIP customer, if you follow the link, and then right below my very beautiful face, there's an email icon. You press on that, you can send me an email, and we can get you signed up to be a VIP customer, because there's certain discounts and certain deals that I can extend to you if you are a VIP customer, which is completely free, by the way. So that's the incentive. It's free, you know. But we do have the laundry detergent. This is the liter jug. This will get you about 130 loads, and depending on the size of the loads, you can really stretch it even there. That's $50. And if you sign up as a VIP customer, I can throw in the softener for free. Again, I'm trying to help y'all. Not only am I'm giving y'all deals for free, right? But I'm also giving you more products. Help me help you, you know? But that email that you send, just title it future customers and then your name. And we can get you set up with that. If there's other products, if you're, if you work out, you want some protein, energy drinks, just daily vitamins, we also offer those. There's plenty of sports nutrition and daily supplements that we offer. And we can plan a time, to talk and figure out what packages we can cater towards you. Again, I'm your sales sales representative in Atlanta. So yeah, just press the link in the description, and let's get you started on, a better life. Let's get back to the pod. Woo, and we back. And we back, man. People be talking about that bubble guts. I got a bubble butt, bro. It don't even be rumbling my butt or my in my guts. It don't be rumbling my guts. It already be working out. It already be just be the gas be, you know what I mean? It already working out. Did I even start recording? Hold on. Let me make sure I start recording. Alright, we good. Alright, yeah, we finna get into some stuff, man. Last thing I want to talk about real quick before we get into our segments is a little trip I took to Chattanooga, and I'm gonna have a segment because I'm gonna go out there a lot. I wanted to do a own little mini episode, and I just never got around to it. I got too busy with school, had too many tests, but I do want to do a segment called Titular Tales to Tennessee. Ain't that a cute? Yeah, I'm telling you, I got cute names for titles, man. I got cute names. And I love a good, I think it's called alliteration, is when you do like every letter or every word, the first letter in every word is the same. I think that's alliteration. Correct me if I'm wrong. Don't correct me, actually. I don't care what you, I do care what y'all think. That's why I'm doing this. But yeah, I just want to talk about that real quick because I went out to Chattanooga because I was like, because I'm in Atlanta, as y'all know, and it's almost been a year since I started comedy. It'll be a year, I believe, June, I want to say, or like May. I think I started in May, or I think I started like late April, but it's coming up on a year. And I just wanted to get into new rooms, and I stay kind of, not north, but northern, a little bit north of Atlanta. So I'm pretty close to Chattanooga. So I was like, man, I'm just take 2 days and just head out there and do some mics. So I did end up doing some mics out there. I had a great time, met some pretty cool people, and it's just somewhere I want to go back a few times, because it's just a different vibe. It's just like a lot of the rooms in Atlanta are very different, but at the same time, it's still Atlanta. So you still have like the culture of here. Chattanooga just has a different, I don't want to say completely different culture because it's in the South still, but like I don't even know, man. Like, I felt like a bitch in Chattanooga. I ain't gonna lie, because every open mic, I was getting smoked out, and I was surprised on like how, like after every mic, what's his name? Nate met my boy Nate out there, and he was like, "You trying to smoke?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll cop off." He was like, "Nah, bro, it's like, you just trying to smoke?" I'm like, I mean, as long as you don't try to fuck me, like, yeah, like, we're cool. I'm good. I was just surprised, like niggas are stingy about they gas. I don't know. Most of the niggas I hang out with, you know, they will check you in due time for them blunts that they be letting you hit. You know what I mean? So it was it was a cool vibe out there. I'm gonna head back, but I do. Let me pull this closer because I can't freaking read. I do have a clip, and this is actually working to transition of our newest segment. Let's give a round of applause. When we get some money, I'm gonna have a sound. I'm gonna have a soundboard. You know what I mean? Might get some confetti. But new segment of the podcast is gonna be who the hell leaves voicemails. Probably thinking, what is this segment? It's just me reviewing my comedy sets. However, a lot of times I don't actually record them or get somebody to record them. I just do a voice memo. I thought it was weird at first, like people doing voice memos. I was like, why don't you record yourself? Because I don't even want to see yourself. But sometimes it's like you go to mics and it's like you're here so often, you're working old jokes or maybe new stuff, so you don't really care too much about it. So you're just like, let me just hear how I'm saying it, how I'm flowing. So, you know, sometimes we do that. But let me get my recording up here. All right, we're live. All right, so this first clip, so I went, what's the day on here? March 13th. I went, I think I got there, I got there the 12th, stayed till the 14th. Ended up only doing 2 mics out there because Chattanooga is much, much smaller than Atlanta. They don't have as many mics every day. And so I was actually going around the spots and like more asking because like some of them on the websites I could tell maybe not were up to date. So I'd go and they're like, yeah, we haven't done comedy in like 6 months here. So then I'd go drive somewhere else and walk down the street. It's a very walkable city too. I think so. Some people say it's not, but it's such a small town. I feel like maybe I'm just used to bigger cities like Atlanta and Tampa and stuff, Charlotte, but Chattanooga is a very walkable city. But yeah, this is the first clip, so we're gonna get into make sure my volumes are good. We're gonna get into that. I don't have a hat or any. I might get some clout goggles. Why? I don't know. Might be funny. Let's get into this.
The stage, welcome.
Oh, sorry, and I didn't explain. So this was at JJ's Bohemia. I think I put Bohemia in here, but it's Bohemia. I'll put little photos and all that stuff. But
Very funny, Mr. Marcus Brown.
How we doing, chat? How we doing? I got some problems. Look.
Also, I didn't get shit, but someone pointed out that I do call Chattanooga Chat, and I realized because in Georgia we have Chattahoochee, and what is it? There's Chattahoochee Technical College, and we just call it Chat Tech. So for whatever reason, I started calling Chattanooga Chat.
I gotta start. Okay, y'all have problems.
Also, I was high as hell before this. I did not mean to smoke before, but again, everyone was like, "Yeah, bro, you're gonna hang out with us. You'll like that." That's real peer pressure. Peer pressure isn't them saying, "Hey, you're gonna smoke with us. You're gonna do drugs with us." It's just everybody else is doing it, and I'm just like, I might as well. Like, but I was very, very, very nervous. Let me run this back.
I got some problems. Look. I gotta start. Okay, y'all have probably the most amount of nice white people here. I gotta start with that because I have a problem, so I'm gonna start with some good things. One, I feel like every time I go for a walk here and I get a good wave, I feel like my credit score, I feel like it's raising a little bit. Right? I like it. But I went to damn, what was it called? Dumb Cluck is this, I don't know if y'all, it's a wing spot. I got Nashville hot. It's hot. I feel like y'all need a Chattanooga cold, because I wasn't really fucking with it. It's too much for me, right? But I had asked, I said, do y'all have blue cheese? They said, no, we just got ranch. What? Thank you. What? Why?
Look, ranch on wings, illegal. You need to be thrown into jail. You need a firing squad. You have a restaurant that only sells ranch. This same night, I went to the store and bought a thing of blue cheese. So serious. I'll put the clip of me in the store complaining about it. But I'm not doing ranch. I'm not disrespecting my taste buds like that. I'm not putting fucking ranch. I'm not a kid. Ranch goes with things that are green and orange. Not no wings, okay?
Is that a regular thing here? Is blue, is it just ranch?
Also, a minute in, we got laughs. We got laughs within a minute. So now I feel like I got a little room to just riff and kind of do crowd work. I don't really remember.
I'm not fucking with that. I don't like that, me personally. I need something that tastes like soggy socks that have been in the ass. That's what I need on my wings. Scoop up. Blue cheese is kind of like alcohol. I don't eat it because I enjoy it. I really don't like myself. I need to do something that just brings me pain, you know? How do we feel about Trump?
Remember, guys, worst comes to shove, start trying to do crowd work. There's nothing to pick up on. You start doing a joke. Make fun of yourself. ain't no one not go laugh at you making fun of yourself.
Does Trump have good eyes in here? No, it doesn't. I kind of like him. He's doing some funny shit. Okay, so back in the day when I was 8 and we got, what was his name? Osama bin Laden, right? Barack had to go through a whole press conference, suit and tie, real proper, sit down, address the American people. I opened Twitter one day, Trump's just posting bombings in Somalia, like it's a kill streak in Call of Duty, like he just doesn't care. That's kind of cool to me. I like a president that kind of got a little bit of a abrasive side to him, right? But I hope he does what they were saying Kamala was doing with tax-funded sex changes for prisoners.
So I got it right this time, but so this is a bit I really want to work on because I do like this idea. But I have to remind myself I need to say tax-funded sex changes for prisoners. Because that's how they were, I don't know if y'all remember the campaign ads, but that's what the ads were saying. And I feel like that's what's in people's brains. So sometimes I even forget to mention the prison part. I just say sex changes. I just say tax-funded sex changes. I said it here. I got it right. Sometimes I don't. Kudos on me.
Because I think that's a pretty good deterrent to keep people out of prison, right? Because let's imagine this, right? Let's go through a scenario. Let's say you had one too many PBRs, right? You get in your car, you accidentally kill a family of 5 because, your car goes 120, I'm going to use the whole fucking meter, okay? You didn't see them, you run them over, right? They get you, you go to jail. You wake up in the cell, no dick. Your dick's just gone. Okay? That's scary. For a guy, that's scary. I'm shaking. See, that's scary, right?
I had to acknowledge, I was so, for whatever reason, and this is shit I gotta work on, I be stupidly nervous. This is just another mic. It's JJ's Bohemia, it's a bar, very cool vibe. Nice seating area that I slipped and almost busted my head open at. But we're not gonna talk about that because nobody saw it. But I was very for whatever reason, just being in a new spot and doing comedy, I just felt so freaking nervous. Stupidly, it's just a mic. It was about 20 people there. Most of them were comics. It's another room of comics. I've done this 1,000 times at this point, you know. But I still got that nervousness in me that I'm trying to work on. But that was a good way for me to acknowledge it because I felt like I was shaking. That might have been the week, but I felt like I was shaking, so I was like, let me just acknowledge I'm shaking. So I'm not.
But you gotta think now, everybody in the prison knows you got that new pussy now. And you can't go nowhere in that prison without someone being like, hey, where the new pussy at? No, sir, that's not me. That did better yesterday, I'm not gonna lie.
Which it did. I did a mic, which I didn't record, stupidly, because again, I was nervous, being a little bitch for no reason. But I did do that same joke the other night, much less people, but I think everyone had like a chuckle reaction to it, whereas I think only like the same amount, maybe 5 people kind of chuckled at that last part, but because it's 20 people, you can feel it when everyone's not clicking. So yeah.
Feel good about it though. That's fine. I got my first bit of Chattanooga pussy today. I see why no one comes here. Nah, I'm kidding. No, I'm joking. She was nice. She was cool. I feel like it's funny. Someone was saying something about. You were saying something about how you're trying to convince the guy to get an abortion, and I think we should have a very fair way to administer them to where anybody can get them. This is your discretion. I think we should have abortion EBT cards. I think you should just get a like a yearly allowance of like however money to just go like if you want to go to the 2-star, you can probably span about 15 abortions in it. That's a crazy amount, but you know, some people out here, or if you go to some nicer ones with sparkling water, you get about 3. I don't know. I've never paid for one yet. I might have to. We'll see. I got the leg. That's not good.
Hearing this back, this went much better than what I felt. Like in the moment, I wasn't feeling like this was going. Like I'm hearing the laugh, so I don't know what part of me in the moment. Maybe it was just the nervousness, overthinking it. In the moment, I didn't feel like any of what I was doing too well. And so again, to me, I'm not gonna like. I'm the type of person that like we meet. I go for a dap, you go for a handshake, and then we do the weird thing, like we meet, and like I like get your fingertips. I don't make that weird by ignoring it and being like, oh, was that weird? I just acknowledge. I'm like, nah, we gotta run that shit back, and then I'll turn around and come back and we do it right. But just acknowledging the feeling of maybe I'm not doing too well. I just sit in it. You know, I think that's good.
What's on my mind? It's getting hard. It's getting hard for me to say no to gay people when they ask me out. It's not because I'm gay. It's just because I'm broke. And I feel like if women can get free meals out of guys, I can too. I don't see a problem with that. Like I'm walking through the mall and I get stopped. He might not have been gay. He might have been Dominican. He just kept saying poppy. So maybe I stereotyped him. That's on me. But I stopped. I'm like, hey, bro, what you want? He's like, hey, bro, you trying to go out sometime? I'm like, I don't swing that way respectfully. If you do, it's cool. I don't. He's like, hey, how do you feel about Ruth's Chris? I was like, I look like a Ruth's Chris bitch to you? Is that? That gave me a boost of confidence, goddammit. I was like, okay. I'll give a hand job for a $60 steak. I practice getting cum on my hands every night. It gets other places, the face, now I'm good. But if you get it on your chest, by the way, you have 5 seconds to get it off. Just by the way, sometimes if you just laying down, being wild, shoot up, 5 seconds, or it's $120 steaks at that, you know. Thank you so much for the time, I appreciate it.
I like that bit. This goes back to the whole like authenticity, because I have had the feeling of being hit on by a gay guy. That shit will boost your confidence. I will say that shit will boost your confidence. I don't get why women don't like getting catcalled, because that shit flattering. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, you gonna act a fool for me? Like, come on now. But that's Jada's Bohemian. I definitely want to head back there. Shout out to everyone I met. I don't remember all your names. I'm very bad at names. I don't remember off the top of my head, but like Nate, Nakia. I hope I said that right. I'll definitely be out there. Y'all will see more of me. Let's keep going. Let's keep going with this segment. Let's get a couple more clips in. I want to do some older ones. This might not be the most exciting thing because you're just hearing it, but this is good because it's a podcast. It's audio too. You can just put your headphones in and just stroke one out to my voice. You know what I mean? You don't gotta watch me or nothing, or DJ if you ladies, if you want to DJ out. I don't discriminate. Let's do Joystick. So Joystick is a bar in Atlanta. I believe, it's East Side, the gentrified side. But it's a nice little mic, hosted by Zane.
Get us some claps for going. Claps. Clap it up, clap it up. Your first comic coming to the stage. Give it up for the very funny Marcus Brown.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Who's drunk? I don't want to know who's drinking. Who's drunk? You don't sound it. I wasn't convinced of that fucking all. I'm sorry. Who's had a good heartbreak? Like a good heartbreak. A heartbreak you kind of felt nice about getting out of it, and it really felt like there was growth in it. No. Okay, one. No one else has had a good heartbreak. Two. Okay. So I had a really good heartbreak because I knew we were on the way out. Like, I knew we were about to break up. I knew the relationship was about to be done. But I couldn't process it because I really loved this girl. Like, not she was the love of my life or nothing, but I loved her, you know? She had some good pussy, and I wanted to keep that shit around. But, so, I do...
So this is also... Joystick is also typically mostly comics. They do have events there, and... sometimes the people just come over. I believe this night was kind of like just comics, but there was about 10, 12 people there. I think this is more of a bomb set, if I remember correctly, so we'll get into it.
We were on the way out. There was a lot of arguments, things like that. So I told her, we were just chatting one day, conversation. I told her, I said, hey, if you ever leave me, I'd probably kill myself. I just slipped that in there in the conversation, just didn't elaborate, And then I worked with her a week later, which made me, because here's the thing. It took me a week to process it. I felt good about it. And then I acted on it, I don't know if the most ethical thing was to tell her I was going to kill myself, but I had to make sure I had that extra week of cushion,
So I hope he gets a clip where you can see the difference in how I set this joke up and tell it. Because right now I'm dragging. I started out bad, I kind of ramble a bit too much, and now I'm just dragging the joke, trying to find my spot back to make it funny, and it's just not really hitting, as you can hear. There's no one really laughing. And again, there were about 10 people there, so it's not like this room's empty.
Relationships are pretty hard for me, though. Like, I fell in love with this one girl that sexually assaulted me. And my therapist, she calls it sexual assault because you know how they be making up shit. But I just call it the best hand job I ever got. Because let me tell y'all, 3 minutes and I was out of there. You know what I mean? And it happened so, unprovokedly because I had her over and I wanted to, have sex with this girl. But I was playing it smooth. I was being nice about it. And she came over one time with me and my roommates. We had some folks over. We were doing a little hangout, drinking games and stuff like that. Anybody play Ride the Bus? Nobody played. There's a lot of white folks in here. I know y'all have played Ride the Bus. Goddamn it. Okay.
They rode in the front.
Yes, they did. Goddamn it, they did ride in the front. All right.
You see, I'm just standing in the shit. Sometimes you just gotta sit in the shit and just keep digging until you find some gold, man. Like someone was asking me about what do I plan exits for jokes, and I was like, I don't plan for the joke to do bad. Maybe I should. Maybe I should have kind of fallback jokes for when jokes do bad, but I think it's a weird thing to plan for a joke to go bad. Because I feel like now the funny part is your recovery and not the joke. You're not working on the joke being funny because you think the joke is bad. I don't think any of my jokes or ideas are bad. I just got to figure out how to convince y'all of it. But yeah, I'm just standing in it right now.
And this girl rode me in the back, but hold on, we gonna get to that in a second. But listen, so she got a little too drunk. We were doing some drinking games, and she wasn't experienced like that. So she ended up getting a little too drunk. So I had to take her to my room and sit her down. I was like, look, I'm gonna get you some water. I'm gonna be right back. I came back. Her top was off. I said, okay, this is what we're doing for the night. So we started making out, calm shit, and I'm cool with it here because I'm a little bit drunk, but I'm not drunk to make a bad decision. So I'm keeping it where it's at. And then she pulls me, and well, she doesn't pull me, she pushes me on the bed. I allowed her to push me on the bed. And she was like,
I thought that was funny. I didn't set it up well, but no, I'm not a big guy. But for me, to allow a woman to push me, there's a lot I can, you know what I'm saying, swim move. I can get around it, So I thought that was a funny little phrasing of she pushed me on the bed. I allowed her to push me on the bed. But yeah, the first part of the joke just failed. So they're probably all checked out at this point. So this is really just for me to get it off my chest.
I want you to fuck me. And I was like, no. This can't be how it gets done, Because again, I was plotting on this girl, and God said, hey, I'm gonna give you this little this little piece of ass that you want, but you're gonna feel like a rapist. Because I can't fuck a drunk girl. That's really awkward. Thank you for the light.
You see how you acknowledge you do bad, and then you get some chuckles. I think I started around here, so it's really more like 2 minutes. But getting the light at almost 3 minutes. Not a great set. But yeah, I got some chuckles there because you acknowledge you're doing bad. That's my exit.
I'm gonna leave y'all with one good idea before I head out. One very good idea.
I just want you to know, there's a lot of stuttering and stammering, and it's because I'm using filler words because I'm also checking my notes on my phone to see what ideas I have. I gotta figure out a way to make this more engaging because I know this is probably a very slow bit, but fuck it.
I think we should normalize drinking breast milk. I feel like that's something that we should do as a society. Because let's just say.
She loved that. She loved that idea. She said, okay.
PETA takes over the whole planet. You can't eat bulgogi beef, you can't eat chicken, you can't drink milk. No yogurt, no nothing, because they're like, we gotta protect the animals, right? I'ma still want cereal, and I'm gonna need some liquid to drink the cereal with, and I'm not gonna use water. So I feel like as a society, we should vote for RFK to open up, a market for breast milk. Just throwing that, idea out there. I think the labels should specify if it's from a black or a white woman, because I don't think I can drink white woman milk. I can't even eat white woman pussy. There's something built in me that's wrong with me. I cannot go down on a white woman.
And then Zane, I'm gonna get you one day, Zane. Zane, when I catch you with these fucking sounds, these fucking squirting sounds at the mic, I'm gonna get you one day. You said these disgusting sounds on his soundboard. And it's literally the funniest part of everybody's set. It's the soundboard is the funniest part of everybody's set at Joystick. Not actually, but.
I hate that goddamn sound. Oh my god. He does this every 10 minutes you're gonna hear that sound, I promise you. But anyways, if you'd like to follow me or report me for anything I've said just now, you can do that on Instagram at _brown.humor. I'll say it again so y'all can take out your phones. _brown.humor. Give it up for your host.
Yeah, that's my typical dismount now. Is whether it goes good or bad, it's like, hey, if y'all want to support me or if you want to report and chastise me, you can do so at such and such. That's my shameless plug. But yeah, that's a 5-minute bomb if I've ever heard one. Never been to Japan, but you know what I'm saying. You recognize the sound. God, that physically hurt me to listen to. That was really bad. But that's what you got to do. You got to sit in it. Yeah, man. Bombing. Bombing, I'm not gonna lie, is fun. Because it gets to the point where I know the crowd's not fucking with me, or they're just not fucking with the story. I've already messed with the joke, and it's like, alright, let me say some crazy shit now and see if I can get them back. That's why I devolve into the breast milk. That's where I devolve into the ass eating jokes. That's where I devolve into the stud jokes. That's where that comes from. That's my riff, you know? It's like, I bombed. What's just the crazy things on my mind? Let's just get them out. RFK, if you're listening to this, breast milk. We definitely need that. That's gonna keep people young. Why do you think Oprah Winfrey looks as good? She wasn't drinking baby's blood. She was drinking human blood, like a grown person's blood, because you know they call milk cow's blood. It's that breast milk. That's that fountain of youth. Telling you, man. Telling you. We're gonna keep it moving though. You know, we wear a lot of hats around here, so I'm gonna get another hat for the other segments. But you see the Falcons hat. You know what time it is. It's time to be the best 500 team in the league. That's what that means. Falcons suck, man. It really depresses me how bad we are. We'll get good. We'll get back to the Super Bowl before I have kids, hopefully. But you know, we're gonna move on. Next segment, you're familiar with it. This is Film Room with Coach A. I should have I should get some produced music for my segments. You know, like kind of like Rocky thing. I don't even want to hum it because I'm not monetizing this, but I don't know what YouTube copyright's like, so we gonna keep it smooth. But yeah, you know, let's keep it a 2-3 clips. I got some right here pulled up. These are some shorter ones, but we'll get into them. So this was at, where was this at? Uh-oh, my computer froze. That's not good. That's not good at all. Yeah, this is what a 10-year MacBook looks like. Apple, fix your shit. I'm kidding. I literally was gonna need to get a new MacBook. Yeah, no, my shit really just crashed. Let's see if I can pull up another clip, maybe. Alright, after getting the tech support team, we're back. Back in session, baby. Sorry so deeply about that. Alright, so we're back. Sorry about that. Can't do nothing about some things, man. We gonna get the money to have some high quality tech up in this to produce some good stuff. But this clip, for the life of me, I cannot remember where it is. It was about a 3-minute set. The first minute kind of did not get recorded, but this is a fun little crowd work moment. Where I called this group of women who looked very mature and seasoned, old, basically. So let's get into that.
Y'all cute though. I like this table over here. Girl, I mean, you could be, I don't know, you know, and have young, like older kids, I don't know, my age. No? You don't got any kids? You trying to fix that? No? Okay. That's fine. Anyways.
That was awkward.
I committed to the stud one time, which is a horrible way to open the joke. But I didn't. It was a horrible experience. I thought going in because I thought Clement was something horrible, you know? It's kind of like a misdemeanor of an STD. Like you don't really gotta tell somebody. If you catch Clement, you don't gotta tell somebody you got fucking committed. Herpes, or AIDS, HIV, maybe. Chlamydia, killer, that's just lies, you know? But she had hit me up. She was like, hey, you might want to get tested. And I was like, why? Cause if it's AIDS, I gotta kill her. Like I'm gonna knock your head off or something. You can't give me AIDS and I just don't do nothing to it. So I had to figure it out. She was like, I got chlamydia. And she felt horrible about it. She was calling me, like crying, like, hey, I'm so sorry that I did this to you. I feel so bad. I'll pay for a test, antibiotics. And she, you know, rightfully so, the girl bitch should have felt bad. But she was hitting me up and was like, whatever you need, I got you, whatever you need. And so I felt bad because I wanted to tell her I needed some more pussy. But I don't know that was like, you know, an appropriate thing to say in that circumstance. But I don't know, man. If you ain't fuck us up, go fuck us up. They hide them. They are hiding shit. They're like mystery airheads. You know, you peel off the wrapper and you'll see everything you want, you know? But they don't went to the bathroom. That's halfway of I need to get out this nigga's set. So we gonna turn it back to your host. Give it up for him.
So as you see there, I made them laugh by calling them grandmas and salting them. That was like a okay, nigga. We're with you for a little bit. The rest of the other two jokes fell flat. But when you acknowledge you don't do well, hey, these niggas just went to the bathroom I said, that means I need to get the fuck up out of here. Got a little bit of chuckles. Got a little bit of something. Good recovery, I guess. But yeah, that's my exit. It's just acknowledging I'm not doing well. And I think that's the best thing you can do. You know, I think, like, or just double down. Just take 2 grenades and say, fuck it. Just double down on it. But yeah, not a great set, not a great minute at all. Let's move on to the next clip. I think there's not much to say about that. That was just got some pity laughs out of that one. This is a older clip. This is I've shown a clip at the Space. Shout out to the boy Nathaniel. Still waiting for y'all to bring it back. I'm gonna come out. You always, you know, I love the everything open mic spaces, the poetry spaces, all that type of stuff. Because there's so much more like audience members than like in their own head about their own set that they're about to do. Because a lot of their stuff is like, a lot of the poetry, music is like it's interesting how they develop. Because it's like, for me, it's like you make a song. Once you make it, unless you revise it later, once you release a song, that's it. You just perform a song over and over and over again until you find enough people that fuck with it. Whereas a joke, I can cater that joke to the crowd I'm working with now. So I don't even know how exactly they develop, but it's just more interesting because I feel like they're more fluid in it. Or more, if anything, they're more static actually. Because it's basic, like beat for beat, they know in their poetry what they're gonna say. So they're not so much in their head thinking about what they're gonna do. So they're a bit more engaged. You remember the cowbell and all that stuff from the last episode, but yeah, we'll see how this one goes. This was a while ago. I think this was I want to say this was like November.
How we doing tonight? What's up?
Yeah, wonderful.
Let's see what type of people we got here. Where my ass eaters at? Okay. Who else wants to get honest tonight? Come on.
Y'all got that.
That's what's up. Okay.
Y'all got that.
3 folks want to get honest tonight. That's fine. Okay. Where my cokeheads at?
Whoa.
Cokeheads? Wait. Oh, it's
What?
not.
Cocaine? Cocaine?
What are you talking about coke for?
It's a safe space.
I like Coca-Cola.
It's a Colombian coffee shop, but it's not that kind of Colombian coffee.
I had a joke prepared, but y'all not ready for that, clearly. What's up? Who's voting this year?
Oh yeah.
Or wait, you said who said they voted?
I haven't
You
voted.
voted already? It's early voting?
Yeah, it started.
Oh, well, see, that just goes to show I'm not voting this year at all. I was going to. I tried to get RFK on the ballot, but that just didn't work out. So, Robert F. Kennedy, yeah. I kind of wanted to see if the CIA would do something really fun if he put him in office. So I was questioning. But nah, it's this election's been fun to watch though, bro. Like you get to live during a time there's a president or an ex-president that has assassination attempts. So think about how cool that is. Like just as a history moment. Like, you might have kids before
And that's in the textbook, you know? Attempts. Assassination attempts. And he had 2, actually, which I think was crazy. Because that proves, because the fact that there are attempts proves to me that the Democrats didn't do this. I don't think that this was them. Because they actually have like certified killers on their team. Like they really
That's facts.
I don't know if you know this, but like seriously, APs, bro. Y'all know what that is? Abortion patients? Y'all don't know?
Oh, wow.
I thought that's what y'all was about. I don't know. Okay.
Certified killer. That's crazy word, brother.
I was trying that one. It's okay.
So I did this joke somewhere else, and I realized that moment of silence where I'm letting y'all think about what the fuck an AP is, here, held it too long. Held the silence too long, and then I stuttered when I said, abortion patients? Y'all, APs, y'all. So, I've revised that since, but yeah. Knowing how to hold, and then I acknowledge, I'm like, okay, this conversation is not going this way. Switch pivot. But, what was I about to say? Never mind.
But anyways, this is a safe space, right?
Right.
I'm gonna talk about something I can't talk in front of the boys about, but it's okay. I mean, I still do, anyways. But, I don't know about y'all. I be fucking studs, bro. I be fucking studs. Like, studs, like, hear me out on this. Because it's method to my madness, alright? Because studs are like mystery airheads. It's fun seeing what you might get. But like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? They be wearing all that baggy ass shit. I'm just like, what are you hiding? You know what I'm saying? Diddy had that big ass crib for nothing. He was hiding all the bottles of baby oil. Okay. If he had a fucking little townhouse, he was getting caught within about bottle 10, I think. And I feel like if I see my neighbor walking with 2 Target bags of goddamn baby oil, I'm calling the cops. Based on that. So you gotta have a big house, right? So that's one. But also, I'm not good at like sex talk. Like I'm not good at that whole exchange. I'd rather just fuck, let's have fun, da. But with them, it's easier. I don't even gotta talk sex to them. I can just dap them up. And just be like, nice shit, nigga. Like this is exactly what I needed today. Like you are working me. Okay. You know what I mean?
Let them cook.
That's how I feel, personally. But my friends would say I'm closeted. I don't see why. Pussy is pussy. Is it not? I feel like the persona, what a package is wrapped in.
Factually,
what the package is wrapped in does not say anything about the buyer. It just says something about the distributor. And the distributor got good shit, so I feel like you should acknowledge that. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'm okay with being bad at certain shit with sex, bro. I'm okay with that, because you gotta tell me. I feel like communication is very key. If you don't like some, tell me. If you don't like some, tell me, right? And I feel like it's crazy that people have to be in these long, extended relationships and then they break up and then they're like, oh, the sex is trash, da. It's crazy because I look at them as if you walked to Subway and said Subway's trash, like you didn't build the whole fucking sandwich that they gave you. Like you got the cheese not toasted. That's on you. No one told you to do that.
Cause why are you getting your sub untoasted? Let's really, unless you're getting like a Jersey Mike's, one Subway's gross. I don't eat a Subway, but unless you're going to like Jersey Mike's and getting just straight, just like lettuce and deli meat, bro. If you getting cheese, toast your subs. You sick miscreants. Please toast your subs. It's disgusting. It's just disgusting to see. I don't like seeing
I take countermeasures for that though. Because I don't do sex tapes. I take admission of guilt evidence. And I just wait till after we fuck and I just take a picture of them tore up and just contort it in different ways. Because this actually happened. Like, I broke up and she was like, oh, the sex was trash, your dick was small. I'm like, your dick, like, small dick made you look like...
That's crazy.
like a crime scene.
I feel like you should be shamed for that. You can't say me driving something and you like this. That to me, I don't know. To me, person, that seems different. You said what?
Can't hit the distributor on that
You can't hate the distributor on that, you still buy it. God damn it. That's all I got for tonight. If you'd like to follow me, my Instagram is ma.
I didn't even see. I didn't even do this. This is so early. So this is probably October.
Tonight. Anyways, I'll get back to your host. Thank you very much.
Late October. I actually didn't look. So, because I that was some truth. So I was trying to get RFK on the ballot. RFK, I regret supporting you greatly. You doing some weird shit up in the office, man. But yeah, not a totally exciting set at all, but some good reps in there. But again, my comebacks, and I didn't realize I was doing this so early, even, or like I was doing it unconsciously, I guess, early, but just sitting in it and acknowledging this is not going well, instead of like trying to bash the audience or pivoting to even worse jokes, being like, that shit ain't, you know. What you gotta do, you gotta stand in the shit sometimes. You gotta stand in the fire. Alright, this is gonna be, because those two clips were not exciting at all. This is gonna be my last clip. This was about the same time, I wanna say November, back a while ago. Or like early December, this might have been. Yeah, I think it was early December. Yeah, because it was, I think this, we'll see.
We'll be back after this commercial break.
No, go ahead.
So this is Laughing Library, hosted by Ferg, the boy. He's out doing amazing, great shows right now. He just did a Dreamville Fest. Awesome shit. Inspiring. But yeah, this is his mic, Laughing Library.
Okay. So I was friends with Stud, and we're friends in this show and it's all that. But it's one time we hook up and I'm at work and she texts me like, "Hey, you should probably get tested." And I'm thinking, I probably got a killer now, because like Ferg said, if it's HIV, if it's herpes, and you can't, like, it's hard to get rid of that shit. You just gonna have to die. Like, that's just what it is. And so I text her back. I'm like, "How do you know? Did you get tested?" She's like, "I got my test back. I got chlamydia." Right? And so I calmed down, because I looked up what that is. That's basically just a UTI. You know, if you've ever just not washed your drawers for a really long time, dirty bastards. It's basically the same thing. So, but she was tripping. Long story short, because I calmed down, she was tripping, and she was just like, "Hey, I'll pay for the testing, I'll pay for the antibiotics, like, what do you want me to do for you? Like, I'll do anything if you need help." And I almost texted her back and said I needed some pussy, but I felt like that was inappropriate for the circumstance that we were in. So I was like, "You can just send me $5 for a 4 for 4. That would be enough. That's fine." But I actually accidentally gave a white.
They don't even got the 4 for 4 no more, man. They don't got the 4 for 4 no more, man. You can't even. I used to go, literally would go to Wendy's with $4.75. Come out with a dime. Can't do that no more. They got the damn biggie bag. What the fuck the biggie bag is?
Woman, the N-word pass a couple weeks ago, because I was doing an open mic, and I had a joke, because I was telling that a faction of the Stud joke is the person nearest to me. I talk about how it's nice fucking them, because you don't got to be good at sex talk. You can just dap them up and be like, "Hey, good shit, nigga," and just move on with your day like nothing happened. But I walked into this Irish pub, and not only were there no redheads, which threw me off, there were no black people. It was just white people in the front row. So I had a moment of truth, because I was like, I can either change my set, or I can call a white woman sitting in the front row nigga. And I got up, and I had some time to really think about it, and I made the smart choice. I looked her dead in the face and called her a nigger. I used the R, because I wanted to make her feel as uncomfortable as possible, because I think that's just the funniest shit ever. But she was laughing the whole time. It was like that laugh that like you give when like someone just told you something tragic, but they try to like make it light, like, "Oh man, my cousin just killed himself," you know? And then they crack a joke, right? I don't even know how you make that funny, but they crack something right after, and you're like, nah, making people uncomfortable is amazing. It really is. One joke that I'd also have that makes folks very uncomfortable is me talking about my sexual assault.
and it's a touchy subject for a lot of people, but I don't like to call it an assault. My therapist, she calls it an assault. I just call it the best hand job I ever got, personally. Because I was fucking with this one girl.
So for one, I should say, there was about a minute before this where my sister wasn't recording, where I did the stud joke, and so people actually laughed, so they kind of heard it a second time, so that's kind of why it didn't go so well then. But I like that we're getting different clips where I'm doing the same jokes, so you see how the difference in even just doing it once and then doing it somewhere else, the differences that I can make, because this is later than the last clip and even the first clip that we saw, but it's same premises, different crowd, but yeah.
Her name was Ice Cream. And I had these old roommates at this old apartment complex my freshman year in college. And they would always have friends. We come over, drinking games, ride the bus, some white shit, you know, ride the bus.
There's one white
and so I tell her, I say, hey, you're not a seasoned drinker. These motherfuckers have depression. You don't want to drink with them. You don't want to match their drinks, all right? Negated what I said. She got too fucked up that night, and I had to carry her up to my fucking room. So I take her up there, I put her on the bed, and she pulls me on the bed, starts making out with me. I'm a little drunk too, so I'm thinking this shit, all right, this shit is sweet. This is nice. And then she gets on top of me while we're on the bed, and she says, I want you to have sex with me. Keep in mind, this is a virgin. So now in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, she's gone. Like if I crack this right now, I'm going to jail, right? So I'm telling her, I'm like, no. Like this ain't the right time. They're like, because I'm drunk, not too drunk to make a bad decision. I'm telling her, no, this ain't the right time. Wait in the morning, you're sober, da. And she reaches in my pants, and she grabs my dick, right? And she looks at me and says,
I was gonna say penis,
you didn't want
but I
this.
stuttered, so I just.
Why are you hard right now? Do you know how guys could never say that to a
Which
woman?
is something I do need to work on, because I do have a natural stutter. It's not just because I'm nervous, I really do just have a natural stutter. And that is something I should develop jokes around when I stutter. Because it does mess with the flow of the joke greatly. It does maybe look very unexperienced, like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I do know this, it's in my head, you know? But yeah, I should develop a way to work around my stutter.
You know how guys could never say that to a woman?
Like reach under her, feel her shit, and be like, oh, you're so wet right now. You must want this. Like that's disgusting. That's disgusting, right? But I went back to my boys the next day and I told them, I said, hey, this girl was trying to fuck me. I didn't want to fuck her. They said, are you gay? Like, they're like, what's wrong with you? You're turning up pussy? I'm like, well, she was drunk. They're like, so? And I was like, okay, now I need a different friend group. Now, that's where the line gets crossed, you know? But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like assault for guys is a really interesting thing, you know? For girls, it could turn out real bad. Can get pregnant, emotional, physical trauma. They might not even look at themselves and think that they're beautiful. But the weirdest thing that might come out for a guy is that he like a finger in his ass sometimes. So I think that's something to go off of and take into the future. I hate when people are fake gay. Because if you're gay, there's nothing wrong with being gay. Unless you're not gay. But there's nothing wrong with being gay. But I got a coworker, he admitted some shit that he should have killed himself before I ever tell him. Single fucking soul. We will call him Todd. And we had another coworker named Rand, right? Rand just got over a breakup. He 18. Like fresh 18. Like he just got to college. And he tore up about this fucking girl. So me and Todd are trying to tell him, like, you probably didn't really love this girl. You probably just with her for a really long time. And so Todd's like, did you even lick her toes? And I'm like, that's a valid thing to ask. Like, if you really like the girl, I'm like, that's valid. I'm like, so I asked him, I said, that's valid. So I asked him, I said, hey, did you even eat her ass? Because if you don't eat a girl's ass, in my book, you didn't really love her. I got 2 loves. I got 2 in my book, and that's down there on why, right? So Rand keeps saying no, but then Todd takes it up a step. He said, you ever licked your cum off a girl's face after you nutted on it? I said, wait. I said, nigga, you want nut in your mouth? What are we talking about? I'm talking about shit on her. I looked at him completely different, and it sucks because he is a key component to my job. So now I gotta look at this nigga like, he like cum in his mouth. And I'm trying to get him to pass these cars around so customers can buy them. Like,
You got big breath.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't want to get too close because if he talking, he spit on me. I'm gonna just curl up in a ball, man. I mean, like, again, if you're gay, ain't nothing wrong with being gay, you know, unless, you know, you're around me. Probably, you know.
You ain't say nothing when he told you, like, gay?
I got back to work. I said we've been bullshitting too long. The company cameras looking at us right now. I don't even want to. I said, have a good day.
They're like snowballing, it's done.
You said what?
Once they say they're like snowballing, it's done.
Snowballing?
What's that?
Coke.
Oh, we don't do coke here?
No. It's where you take your cum out of her mouth.
Oh, ew. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So.
And they spit it into the nigga mouth.
So.
Because like you should go to a kink festival every year in the Bay Area.
A kink festival? Like on the beach or some shit? Or like.
They used to
that Diddy
go
though.
down the street for 2 days. And it would be like kink.com and all that.
Listen. The closest cum is coming to me is on my hand at the Jaggernaut. I don't need it anywhere above my torso. Y'all probably been you whack your shit and you're young, so it's way high in the air like a fountain, and it come back, hit you in your chest. If you don't get it off in 0.5 seconds, you're gay. You got to get it off in 5 seconds. Like if you say, like, you know, sometimes you laying down and 5 seconds. 5 second rule. If it's still on your chest after that,
Chest is wild. You just laying there.
right? Like you just laying there with cum in your chest, like.
Don't be weird,
That's the excuse, so you can have cum on your face, it's your cum. That's not a good excuse. Be better, man. If you're gay, just come out. It's cool. I got gay friends, it don't matter. It don't matter. But you cannot look, as a man, you can't look me in the face and say, I eat cum and be straight. There's just no way. There's just no way, okay?
Don't be weird. You're old. You didn't
Again, hey, it's my dick, but guess where my dick stays? In my hands. I started trying to do weird shit like tuck it up under. That's too far. That's too far, man.
Sometimes it's not 5 seconds.
Be quick.
Hey, as soon as it hits you down, you get.
Nah, okay. The aim is just for real though. You get better at aiming, but sometimes this might be like when like you're a teen and like just everything's going. I swear I could shoot and hit the ceiling. I swear. And we had high ceilings in our old house, so I just could have swore. I don't know, man. But last thing I'm gonna leave y'all with, like Ferd was saying, a lot of women don't know when guys are gay. I don't know when anybody's gay at all sometimes, and it really fucks me up because I like to go to the bar and like watch games. If you ever been to the Battery where the Braves play, they got this one spot called Live, and it's like a two floor bar, but they got outsides on both floors, so it's real nice. But they used to have, I don't know if they do it, but they used to have like amateur UFC fights down below, right? So there was one time I'm there, I'm watching the fights, and I'm just talking to everybody just around, and I just had to go get a drink. And one guy from the crew comes with me to the bar and he's like, hey bro, what you getting? I'm like, oh, probably just a rum and coke. So he's like, hey bro, I pay for it, it's all good. I'm like, I bet. People buy drinks all the time. I'm not thinking nothing of it, right? And then it becomes 2 drinks, and then it becomes 3 drinks, and then I almost get a 4th, I'm like, wait a minute. First drink for me, if I go out and there's a girl I like, I'm talking to her. First drink is to get your attention. I'm trying to talk to you. Let me buy you a drink. Let's chop it up, right? Second drink, we've held a conversation. We're having a good time, right? And maybe I'm like, oh, your favorite drink's ass, or you should try this, that, so we have a second drink. By the 3rd drink, somebody should be sucking some dick. That's just bottom line. Cause I'm about $40 in to an indirect pussy deposit, and I need something out of it at that point.
Bro, you know we go drink like fish.
That's why it's 3. Three is the cutoff. Three is 2 drinks and a shot somewhere in there, right?
Yeah, you might get dropped off back at home.
Hey, the limits got me out of some deep money decisions before, right? But this dude's trying to buy me 4, so I don't know what he's doing. I realized, he might be a little sweet. He might want some man loins or something. I don't know. Yeah. Gay people. I'm shaking my head, but they're fine. Gay people are actually funny.
Funny as shit.
Funny as shit, bro. There was one time at work too. So I work at It's crazy because my employee follows me now, and more of my co-workers are finding like my comedy page, and my job security is going down. Because CarMax will buy or trade your car you can either sell your car to CarMax or you can trade it for a car that you're buying from them. So we got this one lane where the cars come, and sometimes the customers still want the decals out the back, or they just want some shit out the car that they forget. So this one dude came in and he had like a fraternity tag on the back, right? It was a little decal. And so the gay nigga from the business office come around and be like, hey, would you mind if you get this off the car, da-da-da? And I'm pulling it, and I'm like, damn, and I said this out loud, so I'm pulling it out, I was like, damn, if I had some nails, and I turned to his ass and his 6-inch acrylics going, I'm like, you could do this yourself. You have the tools for this, you can just, but I couldn't say it because words would have came out, and then I would have been at HR, and then I would have lost my $18 an hour job. That would be nice. Yeah, that's all I got. If you'd like to follow me or report anything that I've said tonight, you can follow me at _brown.humor, because I don't feel like I have a very dark humor. It's just a lot of shit I find funny. Appreciate it.
So I consider that set a bomb too. I would consider that a bomb. Didn't do very well. Got some pretty good laughs towards the end with some ideas. I was just getting them talking. They was going crazy, talking about some snowballing. Yeah, the one white dude was talking about some snowballing. That's all I gotta say about that. That's just, some interesting stuff. But yeah, different clips, same jokes. This is a great way. Probably what I'll do more is like actually do that, is find clips that are the same jokes so you can see them developing. But yeah, man, that's all the clips I got for right now. Do I have anything else? I think I got one. I might have one more. I don't know. I got a quick little 2-minute one. I'm gonna save this one actually because I'm gonna do the whole clip. So I like this whole clip. Premise, whole thing was funny. But yeah, that's all I got for that. We're gonna wrap this up very, very soon with the good old OG segment, What's Ruminating. I should get a hat for What's Ruminating too, actually. We should just get hats for everything, A little world building. But you know how this works. We got ideas, we write them down, we talk about them. Maybe they're funny, maybe they get me sent to HR. Who knows? We'll see. That clip definitely might get me in trouble. But we'll work with it. See what we got. Pull out the hat. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't give no time. What's ruminating? All right, so we got sex is boring. Everyone's focused on the nut. This is actually something I think about so frequently because I do semen retention. I don't even be nothing. I literally just I go until, for me, like that, I'm gonna be honest, like I stay physically active, I work out, calisthenics, but that's my cardio, the sex is my cardio. But I feel like because of semen retention and I'm not always nothing, I've noticed that like every girl is just everyone, even with just when I talk to like my boys, like everyone's just focused on finishing nothing. I'm like, don't you want to enjoy the time? Like, don't you want to enjoy that? Like, I'm filthy. Like, I'm disgusted. Like, I have problems, okay? Really do, right? I licked this girl's ear one time, and she damn near threw an elbow at me. I thought that was regular. I thought everyone liked their ears licked. I don't know. But yeah, I think everyone is too focused on the nut, man. You just have fake intimacy sometimes. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you gotta kiss a girl on the forehead while you're doing it. Sometimes you gotta tell a girl, I love you, sometimes you gotta do. It's not right, but it's fun. I'm just trying to spice it up a little bit. I'm trying to enjoy the time, You pay for a prostitute, you pay for some cooch, you gonna try to nut as fast as possible. That don't make no sense. You paying for an hour. I don't do that stuff, right? But if I did, if I know I only got 15 good minutes, we playing Switch. We playing Mario Kart for the first half hour, and then I'll be like, all right, you ready? Like, you worked up, you put the Joy-Con between your legs, you good? All right, let's get into it. But yeah, man, too focused on the nut, man. Just start doing semen retention and see how boring your sex life is. Seriously. This is kicking me right now, I ain't gonna lie. Six millis. Let's see what we got. Let's do three. Let's do 3, 4. Let's do 3, 4. I don't know. That was kind of a short one. Okay, so we actually saw a clip earlier where I did this joke. But abortions should be like food stamps. Get you an ABT card, man. Abortion. I don't even know what the acronym is. I don't know why I just tried. Abortion beneficiary transactional card. I don't know. But I think that's a pretty fair way. You apply, you send in your pay stubs, and they give you an allowance roughly based on how much you make. You might go to a spot, get some sparkling water. It's gonna cost you a bit more, but you got the freedom to do it. At JJ's, I told that joke. 15 abortions is insane. I don't know how much abortion. I think when I first ran that joke, I was like $1,200 or $1,500. I don't know how many abortions you could span out of that, but again, you go to some 2-star places like a hotel, you gonna get what you paid for. But if you out here in these streets, wow, I'm just saying, something to consider, something to send up to Congress, something to speak to your local officialman about, your mayor, governor, whoever, something to talk about. NAACP, they might be on board with it too. Abortion EBT. I'm telling you, when they start to implement it, or when they start to move the bill through the House and all that stuff, don't say I didn't tell y'all. I'm ahead of the curve. Drewski got his conversion camps now for the studs, and I was talking about getting with them when they were still studs. I ain't even trying to convert them, but I'm the bad guy. Just saying. Let's get another one going. All right, so I'm not going to read this one. I'm just telling you a story about it. But the way I came up with my first band, my first 1,000, my first K, was back in high school. I was 17, and I had a sugar mama for a little minute. Because let me tell y'all, when you're at boarding school, and that allowance run dry, and you don't got no more frozen pizza, you find a way to get some frozen pizza, okay? Because we'd be out there, good old Gap, but we'd be out there and like we bet food on games. Like it literally, like it might sound like some, I don't even know, jail shit, but like not jail shit for real, because we're having fun. But like you play a game of pool, you putting down frozen pizza, pack of ramen on it, But I was never good at like pool. We had ping pong. You put food down on that. We don't put no money down. You put some food down though. Okay, you got some extra wings from the dining hall. You put that down. You know what I'm saying? But I came up with my first band. I was Sugar Mama, and nothing sexual. you know, wouldn't have been bad for me. Would have been horrible for her because I definitely was a minor. But yeah, bro, just talking to a 38-year-old. You know, just FaceTime a 38-year-old, and I got that first allowance. And it was a band. It was like 1,200, I think. Block that bitch. You never talked to her. Never. I said block. I said I deposited. I had it in my bank account. I blocked it. I said I never talk to you again. I got what I wanted. You know how much a band go in high school? In a 2018, 2019 economy, it went a long way. This is back when we had 24-hour Walmarts. What y'all youngins know? What y'all youngins know about 24-hour Walmart? Why? Man, COVID did a number. COVID did a damn number, man. We used to have 24-hour like everything. McDonald's. I mean, they still have 24-hour McDonald's, but some locations aren't anymore. But like Walmart, man, 24-hour Walmart. I don't remember gas stations closing before COVID. Call me crazy. I do not remember not being able to walk into a gas station at any time of the 24 hours that we were allotted. And I couldn't get Rellos, drinks, you know, I can't remember. And then COVID happened, and now I be showing up to spots at 12 and they're closed. I'm like, gas stations closed at 12 now? You still get gas, but I like, what if I needed a honey pack at 1:30? Huh? What if I needed a honey pack at 1:30? What you gonna do? What you gonna do, man? This will be the last one, fourth one. Thank you so much for tuning in, by the way, if you're still here. I'm gonna try to post episodes twice a month because I do have school and just work and going out with mics. Try to find time to edit this, make sure I don't say nothing that will, ruin my chances of governor later on in life. This is a good one. Anytime you throw up, just say that you were eating pussy. Now, you're probably saying, what is the correlation to that, Marcus? You throw up and you tell, like, you go off and your friend's like, oh, you good? Like, yeah, I just ate some pussy. Just tell them that. Just lie and say, yeah, I got caught eating some pussy. That's why I was trying to find the mouthwash. It took me a real long time to find mouthwash because I was eating pussy, not because I threw up and I'm a lightweight bitch or I'm just crazy. It's because I was eating some box, some monkey. Some monkey, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like we gotta do one more. That wasn't a good one to end on. We gotta do one more. And so we get to our last segment. I actually got two. It's gonna be a long episode. Last one, I promise. Okay, so Class D license restrictions. So this is funny because I recently got my license. Not recently, it was last December. I got my license renewed because it was expiring, and I realized that my license I got before I was 18. Like I got not my permit. I got my actual license before I was actually 18. So I still had a Class D license, and I didn't know. I must have missed the email that Gwinnett County sent out or whoever that you're supposed to get it up. You're supposed to get a new one when you turn 18 because if you get it before 18, it's Class D. I didn't know this. I go in to get it renewed, and she's like, "Oh, remind her to just tell your friends they have a Class D. Get it changed out." And I was like, "Why? Like, what's the difference?" She's like, "Well, technically, you still have all your permit restrictions." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "I'm 22. I was 22. I was like, I'm 22. I need to get." I was almost 22. I'm like, I'm 21. I needed to. I still have permit restrictions. And she's like, "Yeah, because the license." I'm like, "So what are the restrictions?" And she's like, "You can't have more than 3 people in the car. You still have like a driving curfew, XYZ." And the first one stuck with me because I was like, "Do you know how many white people I've had just in my trunk, just going from frat parties and like first year in college and literally driving from West End to East Side, like 6 deep in my fucking car with some white dudes that said they know the best function. They're like, hey, bro, come on, we can get you into, Georgia State frats. Come on. And we ain't got no space. They in the trunk. You know how bad that would have been? I get pulled over, they in the trunk, and I got a Class D. You know how crazy it would have been? I get some time because my license is wrong. That's just crazy idea. I'm just an accidental felon. Like the time we did a accidental break, B&E, breaking and entering. Yeah, I did an accidental home invasion one time in Brevard. Complete accident because I was driving up there to go hang out with my boy Eddie that was playing football up in North Carolina, and we got the unit number wrong. And so we were waiting for him. So we're sitting in the car. It's me and our friend Min, and we're sitting in the car. I'm like, "Where's he at? Like, trying to get the day going. Where he at?" And we're sitting in the car in front of the unit. I'm thinking this is the unit, right? And so I'm like, it's my boy. He won't mind if I just walk into his crib. And because I see they got the glass door, and then they got the actual door open. So I'm like, man, come on. So we get our bags, and we just walk in, and what actually happened was I heard like a bottle shake, like some, like, so I thought it was his blend bottle because he's an athlete. I thought it was his blender bottle, right? So as a joke, I was like, don't shoot, it's just your boys. And out from this corner comes this random ass white lady. And she's like, with some spray paint. And she's like, who are you? And I'm like, I turned to Min, I'm like, oh shit, we got the wrong house. I'm like, oh shit, we got the wrong house. And now we're in her living room. Like, we're not even by the door. We are in her house at this point. And then her husband comes and we're like, this looks really bad. Because you got a black and an Asian standing in your crib with bags. This looks really bad. But listen, we're trying to find our boys. They're Brazilian. And she's like, oh, they're Brazilian. Oh, yeah. So nice. Such nice people. But that could have went poorly. So, moral of the story is I'm just an accidental felon waiting to actually get my first strike. We'll see how long it takes, you know. But as per tradition with this podcast, we are going to end it out. Thank you so much for joining and tuning in. Just listen to the tomfoolery that I do. But we're going to end it out with a Mr. Quotable. That's what my section is called. That's what we did with the first, with the quotes and the, you know what I'm saying? So, Mr. Quotable, Mr. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know. They're not always my quotes, but they're just good quotes. But this is my own quote. This is something that I thought of when I was trying to make my 5-year goals, and I was thinking when I should do a special, right? Like when I would get the stain and ability to be able to put together a special. And I thought about when I would do it, and I was like, I should pick like my birthday or an important day, like the day I started or something, or the month. I don't remember the exact day I started and stuff. But then I thought, and this is where I came with the quote. I said, don't start something on an important day. Make the day important because you started something. And like I can't remember the day I did comedy. I didn't start on an important day. But that date, this time is now important to me because I can think back a year and I think back 5 years. I'll be like, that's when I started. It wasn't my birthday. It wasn't anyone's birthday. It wasn't a special event. It was just a random Friday. I decided to go to Monticello and try out comedy. And I think that's important because I think we limit ourselves sometimes when we're like, I need the lens of this is important. So I'm gonna do it at an important date. I'm gonna do it around Christmas. I'm gonna do it around a holiday. I'm gonna wait until there's an important day, so there's this optics of importance. Fuck that. No. Make the day important. Because you chose to start something. You chose to implement something into your life that can now disseminate into other people's lives and affect them. And now this day is important to them, randomly. You know? Just something to think about when you're planning stuff and if you're pushing things off because you're waiting for that important date. F that. Do it the day to make the day important. That's all I got. Yeah, man. I'm gonna cut this out before I get nicotine sickness. As per always, go out, live life, catch an STD, fall in love, rob somebody, be crazy, be wild, be good, be great, be awesome. I'll see y'all next time.